Welcome to Coffee with a Coach here. This is episode number 1 of the new season, 2025. Well, 2026 actually. So we're excited because tonight we have head coach Eric Marriott with us. Mr. Marriott, it's always good to have a coffee with you.
Yeah, it's always great to catch up with you, Joe, and talk about some Miller baseball.
Well, let's get it going right away here because I'm telling you, congratulations and welcome back. And we are excited as a Millers organization and of course as the fan base to have you and Mr. Gonzalez back with us for yet another season. And we're looking forward to that. So thanks for coming back and maybe just tell us, what brings you back year after year because we're certainly excited to have you.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to be back. I mean, this is year 9 for me with the organization, year 5 on the field as the head coach, and to do it with one of my best friends and Michael Gonzalez for a 5th year is we can't write it any better than that. And I think that we've earned the community's trust over the years. And when it comes to our organization in terms of the upper management and stuff, they've had our back since day one, and they've been awesome. And I think that we've repaid them so far, all the way up to just short of a championship, and that's what we're looking for next year.
Absolutely. I mean, we can talk about the track record for a little bit because we should. And I mean, two championship series, right? Playoffs each year since you've been coaching. I mean, honestly, as coming into from playing to coaching right away and all those things. I mean, that's kind of a great story because not a lot of coaches have that much success straight out of the gate, right? So, I mean, what do you think attributes that much success for you from start to now?
Yeah, I think the boys with that first year that we had, we just kind of embraced the blue collar mentality of Moose Jaw that we're coming in here and we're going to work for everything that we do, and we don't care what division school you play at, whether it's Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, NAI, JUCO. It's whether or not you want to come here and represent the black and yellow in the right way. And we had a good group in that first year after COVID, and they were really, really bought into what we were preaching. And we had good leadership with Zach Campbell and Nate Mensick, and it just kind of trickled down effect into the next year. And then I think that we kind of put the league on notice in those first 2 years, and then players wanted to come play for us. And like I said, the management had our back through it all, and the community really showed out for the boys. And I think now that we've made a name for Moose Jaw post COVID, that it's just a continued success, and we want to continue to build what we've done so far. And like I said, hopefully we can attain that championship next summer.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching a championship next summer, that's for sure. Um, and I think you're right. I think the communities really embraced what you guys have done and the caliber of athletes that you brought in here, not only on the field, but off the field as well. Like, there's been some great athletes, but human beings that have come through here the last few years since you've been at the helm. And, I'm lucky because I get to interact with pretty much all of them. And, you know, there's just been the quality that you have brought in, like I said, off the field, I think transitions into on-field success. So when you're looking at athletes, maybe just give us an insight, as to what you're looking for, not only for those athletes that may want to come and play, but just to give us as fans and stuff, an idea what you look for a player.
Yeah, first and foremost, they got to be able to ball. They got to be good ball players. That's the first thing. And obviously, there's a lot of good ball players out there. But the number 2 thing, which is a close second, is they got to be Moose Jaw Miller Express material. And what we mean by that is they got to be willing to come in and embrace the community and go and work with the 10U team on our off night and show the younger guys how to lift and how to get after it before the games, and then just on the flip side, make sure that the little kids after the games are their autographs are signed and they're running the bases and stuff. It's not just pack your equipment up and go home because you went over 4 that day. It's big picture and stuff like that. And I think, like I said, guys like Nate Mensick were phenomenal with that. Whether or not he was 4 for 4 or 0 for 4, he had a big smile on his face, and players learn from that, and they want to come back to Moose Jaw to kind of capture the hearts of our fans, for lack of better terms, and I think they do that more and more every year.
Yeah, it's phenomenal to watch the young ones. Well, not even only the young ones. We have some adults that like to get out there for autographs too, and it just they line up right after a game. It doesn't matter if you won 20-1 or you lost 20-1. They're out there and they love their Miller Express. And that comes from the guys spending the time, with the kids and not, willing to throw the ball around and, all that stuff. And that's so important. And I don't know that all the teams do that as much as the Millers do. And I appreciate that instill that into the team from the get-go, that's important. You mentioned some great names too, like the Menzicks, the Gurneys, the Weston Walls, the Dawson Tweets, we can go down the list. And the biggest thing is that it always seems to be that we have some really great leaders, and that's kudos to you in selecting your team and selecting that way. What are you looking for with those leaders? Like, how did you find the Nate Menzicks, the Austin Gurneys, etc.?
Yeah, I think it's all goes back to Zach Campbell to start in 2022. He was an older senior. So he was a 24-year-old senior who was playing for his baseball career and came to Moose Jaw and gave it his all, and he was awesome. I can't say enough good things about Zach Campbell, and he kind of controlled the room when I wasn't there. And there were younger guys on that roster like Austin Gurney and Nate Mensick who got to learn from him. And then when he graduated off, guys like Nate Mensick took over and Joe Osborne. And then when they graduated off, we got to see things like you said, Weston Walls and Dawson Tweet. And then last year moved on to Austin Gurney was our captain. And I think the trickle down effect is something that you can't teach to kids. They gotta want to be a part of that, and I think that we've had a good core over the last 5 years. Hopefully, we can continue that for years moving forward.
Yeah, I think that culture that you've built over the last, number of years has been really important. And again, it shows on and off the field. So that's absolutely fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about what you've been doing since. So, I mean, the season kind of tears through. We always say, "Holy smokes, it's May. We got 56 games to play plus playoffs. Oh my goodness!" And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, where'd everybody go?" Right? And then I know you went back to do some coaching with the Jackfish, and you've got your U18 team and that type of thing that you're coaching here now. So maybe just give us a kind of an update of what Eric's up to.
Yeah, like you said, it's go 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 all summer, and then playoffs are quick, and then once it's over, and everyone's back on their planes and everything. So it's sad to see everyone go, but it's pretty cool to see everyone go back and attack their college games after the summers with us. For me, it's back to the well and Jackfish after our season in Moose Jaw, and I am the recruiting coordinator and director of player development, and I love it. They treat me phenomenal, and I love my time with Welland, and we got to go on a pretty special run this fall, and we won the IBL, and I got myself a ring to add to my collection, and hopefully we can add a Moose Jaw one to that in the near future. And then I work with this 18U team out of Bulletproof Baseball, and we've been on our college tour and been up in upstate New York all fall playing colleges, and that's been a lot of fun too. So it's been a lot of baseball, and no complaints over here from that standpoint.
Excellent, excellent. And we had some alumni on that Jackfish team too, right? So and have over the past few years. So maybe just give us a little snippet into that as well.
Yeah, I love my WCBL guys. So hopefully we get our WCBL guys over into our RBL guys. Like last year we had Dawson Tweet. He was awesome. This year Grayson Barrett was there. He was a first team all IBL player. We had Brendan Luther from the Okotoks Dogs. We had a couple other players sprinkled across the league, and they were just phenomenal. They're guys that have kind of played Canadian baseball before in the WCBL, and then they've continued on to us, and they won a championship with us.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I think people don't understand that, how important the WCBL is on athletes' baseball careers, right? Like you've got Nate who's playing in Detroit, and in the league there, and you've got West and Austin that are looking to maybe play international in the future, and like I mean this is very important. And maybe just talk a little bit about that and how, some of these players do get a springboard into something bigger and better per se.
Yeah, for sure. I think the WCBL is a hidden gem. I think that it's being put up more and more on notice every summer, but 56 games is no joke for a college kid. It's sort of like a miniature pro season, and if a player can put up strong numbers over 56 games as a pitcher or as a hitter, it just shows these independent teams that they can play and hang with these pro guys. And I value my seniors. So I love my seniors coming in and putting up good numbers over 56 games, and let's get you keep playing, and hopefully we can get another jersey on your back after your time's done with us. So I think we've done a good job with that with guys like Nate Mensick and Austin Gurney and Zach Campbell, and the list goes on, Dawson Tweet, Grayson Barrett, and hopefully we can have more in the future. But yeah, this isn't the end of the road in Moose Jaw at all. If guys want to come in and compete for a job and play a pro length season and want to springboard into another year, let's do this thing, and hopefully we can get you another year in pro baseball.
That's fantastic. So now I guess we're into the recruiting mode. So this is always a favorite time for me, and I love being able to work with you and hear who's coming in and do the announcements, and that stuff all gets, because we all get excited about it because we know season's coming, and that type of thing. So I'm sure you're well down the road on who's coming in and looking at players and all that type of thing. Do you have any type of plans? Any specific things you're looking for? Just maybe a little general update for us Moose Javians as to what's happening.
Yeah, no. The day our season ended, we got to work. We've got a lot of returners coming back. That's exciting. I won't discuss any names too early
That's
here.
fair. That's fair.
But we got some returners. Last year, we only had a few returners because we graduated a lot of guys. We were very old 2 years ago, and we were very young this past year, and a lot of those guys will be back for another run, and we've got some pretty high impact guys coming in, and I'm excited about 2026. This should be a really good batch, and we're only going to continue to add.
Well, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to hear as well, because I don't know who's coming in at all. So I'll look forward to hearing that. And you're bringing back old Michael Gonzalez for another year. And he's always a big part. I mean, there's nobody that gets field prep done like him on that tractor. But tell us what he's up to, maybe a little bit, and if he's excited to be back.
Yeah, he's a key piece to this puzzle. I know a lot of people see him do the field work and stuff like that, but he does a lot behind the scenes. He's the buffer coach. If I have to be the bad guy, he's the good guy to pick everyone up, and stuff like that. But most importantly, he has a good feel for guys, and when he can joke around and when he can be serious and when he can kind of implement culture things and implement let's have a good time and kind of take our mindset off baseball. And he does a really good job of that fine line, which is important over the summer. 56 games, 3 months. That's important for college baseball, and he's been rewarded with a very good job over at Felician University, and he's doing a good job over there. I'm really proud of him, and I'm proud of him. He's going to be coaching first base over there and working with infielders, and that's a top 25 Division II school. So good for him, and hopefully he can bring some of those guys over here and help us compete.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we all know and love Gonzo, and he does a great job. And like you say, sometimes he flies a little bit under the radar, but I just wanted to make sure we both kind of pointed that out, that like you said, he's a key piece and a great at what he does. So let me know anything else. Some kind of final words. Any thoughts as we kind of move on here, and we'll tell everybody that we're gonna try to, every few weeks, be back on board with Coach Eric and a guest of some sort, and keep everybody updated as we go down this path to 2026. But maybe just floor is yours. Just give us some final thoughts here.
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out Austin Gurney. He's a four-year Miller. He was our captain this last year, and he's up playing in Australia right now. He just got in last week, and he's been working with
Nice.
his new team, and he's playing in the state league up there. And His pro career is just starting, so I'm excited for him. A lot of fans should be excited for him, and we'll have some guys following his footsteps, I'm sure. I'm excited for 2026, and let's keep this thing rolling, Moose Jaw.
Well, I love it. Again, thank you so much for your time here tonight with me. And again, a huge welcome back. Great news from the time we heard it a little bit earlier on, that you'll be back at the helm, and that I know there'll be a championship ring in the future. So, looking forward to seeing you in at the end of May in person. But we'll hopefully talk to you in 2 or 3 weeks here.
Thanks, Joe.